Lowenthal, Maldonado, Negrete McLeod, Oropesa, Padilla, Pavley, Romero, Runner, Simidian, Steinberg, Strickland, Walters, Wiggins, Wolk, Wright, Weiland, Yee.
A quorum is not present. Sergeants, please check the offices. Members, please come to the Senate floor for today's activities. Members, a quorum is present. Would the members and our guests beyond the rail and in the gallery please rise? We will be led in prayer this morning by Chaplain Rabbi Mona Alfie, after which please remain standing. We will be led in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag by Senator Pavley.
Good afternoon. No stranger to conflict or pressure, either on the battlefield or in the political arena, President John F. Kennedy observed that great crises produce great men and great deeds of courage. Our country came into existence and then flourished because of ordinary men and women who in times of crisis found within themselves the ability to perform great deeds of courage. And we are living through a time of extraordinary crises, and the people of our state look towards those who lead us to find the greatness within themselves, to act with courage and creativity, and to lead us forward into a more hopeful and prosperous future. We pray to the Holy One to grant each of us the ability to draw upon our own faith and strength of character to address the task at hand with strong hearts and open minds. May the Holy One strengthen our resolve as we go forward, and may future generations remember this one for its bold ideas and wise solutions. May this be God's will. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have a good day. Members, without objection, the following resolutions will be withdrawn from committee and placed on today's special consent calendar. These are SCR 14, ACR 64, ACR 73. Members, without objection, Senate Rule 55 will be waived to allow lobbyists on the floor. Members, in a few minutes, we are going to hold the swearing-in ceremony for Senator-elect Curran Price. In the meantime, are there any announcements under privileges of the floor? There are none. Members, we'd like to welcome back to the floor our colleague, now Supervisor Mark Ridley Thomas. Welcome back to the California State Senate. Senator-elect Curran Price is in the chamber. Senator-elect Curran Price, if you will please proceed to the front of the chamber to the dais. The President of the Senate, Darrell Steinberg, will lead the swearing-in ceremony.
Read this part first.
The Secretary will now read the certificate of election for the 26th Senate District.
Deborah Bowen, Secretary of State of the State of California, hereby certifies that according to information concerning the statement of the results of the general election held on the 19th day of May, 2009, on file in the office, Curran D. Price, Jr. was elected to the office of State Senator, District 26, in witness whereof I hereunto set my hand and affix the Great Seal of the State of California at Sacramento, this 29th day of May, 2009. I, Deborah Bowen, Secretary of State.
Thank you. Let me say to the friends, the family, the co-workers of Assembly Member Curran Price, say that for the last time here. We want to welcome soon-to-be Senator Price to the California State Senate. What a wonderful addition to this hallowed body. We know, Curran, that you will make a great contribution not only to the 26th Senate District, but to the people of California. And finally, the Senate will have its full membership. So Without further ado, if you would raise your right hand, please. I, Curran D. Price, Jr.
I, Curran D. Price, Jr.
Do solemnly swear
that
I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States,
that I will bear
true
true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
and
that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
upon
which I am about to enter. Congratulations, Senator!
All right.
Please give a warm welcome to the new senator from the 26th Senate District, Curran Price.
Thank you, Mr. President. I know we have some work to do, so I'll keep my remarks brief. I just wanted to know, first of all, I'm humbled. I have to thank the people of the 26th Senate District for giving me their trust, giving me their faith, giving me their hopes. This is an awesome responsibility, one that I take very seriously. It's a humbling experience. And I know that we've got some real challenges ahead of us, and the people want us to solve problems. And that's why I'm here, Mr. President, to work with you and our other colleagues to solve problems. So I'm excited to be here. I certainly want to just thank my family who's here. My mom. Mom, where's Mom? My significant other, Dell, who cut short a European trip, in fact, to make sure she was here today. I have aunts here, I have uncles here, I have a cousin here from Washington and from Los Angeles, a host of friends, and I just want to thank you all for your trust over the years, for your support, for your love and encouragement, and know that I'm here because of you, and I do appreciate that. I also want to single out a former member of this House, Margaret Lee Thomas. Mark's been a friend for many years, and while we've not always seen eye to eye, I think when it comes to the important issues like supporting me for state senate, we were in sync. And I just want to thank him for his friendship and his trust over these years. Also, Mr. President, I'd like to thank you. You stepped up early to provide the kind of encouragement and support that I think really made a difference. And I'm pleased to look around the room and see so many colleagues who also gave me their trust. You didn't really know me that well. You went on the word of others. But I look forward to getting to know each of you well and working with you closely on both sides of the aisles. Again, as we work hard, as we strive to make a real difference, not just in our state, but in our country as well. And I, last but not least, want to thank my staff, both district staff and Capitol. First of all, district staff, just raise your hands so we can see who you are. And my Capitol staff, don't be bashful. Again, representing the exciting diversity of our state and reflecting the best, I think, of individuals who work in the public sector, sometimes for low pay, long hours, but the satisfaction of doing a good job. And so I appreciate fully the hard work, the dedication, the commitment that my staff has made. Again, not just to me, not just to the office, but to the state of California. And let's give staff another hand, please. And I just want to conclude by saying how exciting this day is. Certainly we've got some major issues to address. And when there are major issues like that, I think there are also opportunities. So I'm looking forward to working in a cooperative, collaborative way with my colleagues as we try to identify solutions, as we come up with new approaches, as we try to resolve differences and work to really make this the best state possible. California has always been the real promise of the future, and so I'm excited about being here today, excited about working with you over the next several years. And I know, Mr. President, that with your leadership, we are going to make this Senate the most outstanding legislative body, not just in the state of California, but in the United States of America. Are you with me? Yeah. Thank you. Mr. President, where do I sit?
Come on, follow me.
Let me acknowledge, members, that there is a reception for Senator Price in room 211 immediately following today's session. Senator Price, have you found your seat? Welcome to the California State Senate. Okay, members, we have some work to do. Senator Wiggins is asking to take up, without reference to file, SJR 5. Secretary, please read.
Senate Joint Resolution 5 by Senator Wiggins relative to the federal Gulf of the Farallones and Cordell Bank National Marine Sanctuaries Boundary Modification and Protection Act.
Mr. President, members, SJR 5 is a resolution to express California's support for H.R. 223 by Congresswoman Lynn Woolsey and SB 212 by Senator Barbara Boxer. These measures would expand the boundaries north and westward of the Gulf of Farallones and the Cordell Bank National Marine Sanctuaries to provide ecosystem management and permanently protect them from oil spills and pollution. Since the congressional and executive moratoriums on offshore oil exploration were removed in 2008, these waters of special biological significance have remained unprotected. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Is there any discussion or debate? Seeing none, Secretary, call the roll.
Onestad? Alquist? Aye. Ashburn? Benoit? No. Calderon? Aye. Cedillo? Cogdill? No. Corbett? Aye. Correa? Cox? Denham? No. DeSaulnier? Aye. Ducheney? Dutton? No. Flores? Hancock? Harmon? No. Hollingsworth? Huff? Kehoe? Aye. Leno? Liu? Aye. Lowenthal? Aye. Maldonado? Aye. Negrete McLeod? Aye. Oropesa? Padilla? Aye. Pavley? Aye. Price? Aye. Romero?
Aye.
Aye. Runner? Semidian? Steinberg? Aye. Strickland? Walters? No. Wiggins? Aye. Wolk? Aye. Wright? Aye. Wyland? Yee. Yee, aye. Ashburn, no. Onestad, no. Hollingsworth, no. Leno, aye. Cedillo, aye.
Call the absent members.
Correa? Cox? Cox, no. Ducheney? Flores? Hancock? Huff? Oropesa? Runner? Semidian? Strickland? Wyland? Madam.
Call the absent members.
Correa? Ducheney? Flores? Hancock? Huff? Oropesa? Runner? Semidian? Strickland? Wyland?
Senator Wiggins moves a call. Members, we have a special consent calendar of wharfed items. Is there any discussion or debate on that calendar? Seeing none, Secretary, call the roll.
Onestad? Aye. Alquist? Aye. Ashburn? Aye. Benoit? Calderon? Aye. Cedillo? Aye. Cogdill? Aye. Corbett? Correa? Aye. Cox? Aye. Denham? DeSaulnier? Aye. Ducheney? Dutton? Aye. Flores? Hancock? Harmon? Aye. Hollingsworth? Aye. Huff? Kehoe? Aye. Leno? Aye. Liu? Lowenthal? Aye. Maldonado? Aye. Negrete McLeod? Aye. Oropesa? Padilla? Aye. Pavley? Aye. Price? Aye. Romero? Aye. Runner? Semidian? Steinberg? Aye. Strickland? Aye. Walters? Aye. Wiggins? Aye. Wolk? Aye. Wright? Aye. Wyland? Yee. Yee, aye. Denham, aye. Corbett, aye. Liu, aye. Madam President, ayes 31.
Ayes 31, no 0. The measure is adopted. Members, without objection, Joint Rule 62A will be waived in order that the Environmental Quality Committee might hear reorganization proposals this Wednesday. Is there any other business to come before the Senate? We have one measure on call. Senator Leno, for what purpose do you seek recognition?
Thank you, Madam President. Adjourn in memory.
Please proceed.
Thank you, colleagues. I would ask that you join me in adjourning today's meeting in memory of a great Californian, an extraordinarily brilliant man who led the labor movement here in California for 60 years, Jack Henning. He died at his home in San Francisco on June 3rd at the age of 93. He was truly an iconic figure and led not only the labor movement here in California, but really took on national challenges as well. He served as Under Secretary of Labor in the Kennedy and Johnson administrations and was also a regent at the University of California. He served 2 years as ambassador to New Zealand. Born in San Francisco, in a union family, his grandfather was a member of the Teamsters, and his father was a charter member of the Plumbers Union. From 1970 until 1996, Mr. Henning led the California Labor Federation, serving 1.3 million California union members, and his influence was reflected in progressive legislation that brought broad improvements in working conditions, including the minimum wage, women's rights, labor standards enforcement, low-income housing, consumer protection, safety and health standards, education, and child labor laws. He is survived by 5 sons, 2 daughters, 12 grandchildren, and 4 great-grandchildren. His wife of many years, Betty, passed away in 1994. There is a visitation and rosary in honor of Mr. Henning planned this Thursday in San Francisco, and a Mass and burial will take place on Friday in San Francisco. And if any members need information regarding the details, please do contact my office. So again, I ask that you join me in sending our love and support to his surviving family and in recognition of his great service to the state of California.
Thank you, Senator Leno, and please bring his name to the desk. Senator Wright, for what purpose do you seek recognition?
Madam Chair, members, last Saturday, the California Interscholastic Federation held their track and field championships in Clovis, California. There'll be 5 winners that will be here Monday. The winners were from Frontier High School, the Titans of Bakersfield in Mr. Ashburn's district, Cathedral High School in Los Angeles in Miss Lou's district, the Timberwolves from East Clovis High School in Mr. Cogdale's district, the Eagles from La Sierra High School in Mr. Dutton's district, and the girls were all by themselves this year once again, the Lady Jackrabbits of Long Beach Poly, claimed by Mr. Lowenthal, myself, and Ms. Oropeza, and all of the students will be here next Monday.
Thank you very much, Senator Wright. Senator Cedillo.
I just wanted to add my voice to the voice of Senator Leno with respect to Jack Henning. He was a giant of labor. He was an extraordinary orator and had the ability to articulate a vision for all working men and women in the state. He was a man committed to all working men and women, private sector and public sector, and a man that I was very honored to march arm in arm with against Proposition 187. He didn't care about a worker's place of birth or what their immigration status was. He was committed to all working men and women of the state, this nation, and this world, and I just wanted to add my voice to that chorus.
Thank you, Senator Cedillo. Senator DeSaulnier.
Yes, Madam President, as Chair of the Senate Labor and Industrial Relations Committee, I just briefly wanted to add my voice in the memory of Jack Henning, remind people that amongst the other things that he accomplished that Mr. Leno and Mr. Cedillo have mentioned, that he led the fight against apartheid, that he led as a regent and as a labor leader for divestiture of state funds in apartheid and that very successful changing of the world, and that Mr. Henning improved the quality of life not just for union members but for all Californians, and we should honor his memory.
Thank you. Members, we have one measure on call. We're going to lift the call at this time. Call the absent members.
Correa, DeChaney, Flores, Hancock, Huff, Oropesa, Runner, Semidian, Strickland, Weiland.
Ayes 20, noes 10. The call is replaced. Members, are there any other announcements?
I ask for reconsideration.
Okay. Secretary, please announce the vote on SJR 5.
Ayes 20, noes 10.
Ayes 20. Ayes 20, noes 10. The measure fails. Without objection, reconsideration will be granted. Ayes 31, noes 0. Senator Steinberg, the desk is clear. Senator Negrete McLeod, for what purpose do you rise?
Just want to remind members that BNP will be meeting at 1 o'clock.
Okay, BNP at 1 o'clock. And also let me just remind members of the Women's Caucus, there will be a meeting of the Women's Caucus with the pro tem, Senator Steinberg, at 1 o'clock. Senator Steinberg, the desk is clear.
Thank you, Madam President. Let's talk about the schedule for the rest of the week. Tomorrow is a check-in. Wednesday is a check-in. We're going to schedule a session for 9 o'clock on Thursday, but that could change to another check-in. There will be a Democratic caucus tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. in the Maddie Lounge. Breakfast to be served. Right?
The Senate is in recess.